haven't got a lot of room in the house, this is the one for you, because that is absolutely tiny. It's no bigger than a shoebox.
Yeah, it's amazing how you can get all that in there, isn't it? I mean, look at that. So we're looking in the bag now.
This is a scope. Obviously it doesn't fit in there scoped up.
Yeah.
So you've got your silencer, shoulder stock attachment.
Yeah.
It's nice and camouflaged. Real cheap pattern. See some CO2s that we've brought along with us. Take this off now and show you the actual pistol. So this is the CP2. It's a bolt action, multi-shot, single shot. Comes with both single shot tray and multi-shot magazine. I believe it's 9-shot in 177. Unscrew it with CO2 here on the front.
Yeah, it's also got like a little tool on the front of it to tighten it.
Yeah, you can put like a little
on the screw cap.
Yeah.
You can unscrew that,
which is great. I think it holds 2, is it?
One CO2 capsule.
One CO2 capsule, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is great.
And there's one in the handle that you can carry as a spare.
It's also threaded for the silencer.
Yeah, which we got there, and the thread protector.
So
this little thing we got, this little tube you can see, it's out of one of those little brush kits for cleaning these straw tubes they are. But what they are, they use for, you know, kids pop or whatever. You can buy them in cheap in the shops. I put little stoppers in the bottom of them, and I can get like 40 pellets in there. So you can even just throw that in your bag. Doesn't take any room up, so you've got tins of pellets everywhere. You see we've got the 2 magazines here as well. They're the 9-shot magazines, cassette type, which are quite reliable, to be honest with you. You get 2 of them in the package with a gun. You'll get about, I think it's in anything between 50 to 70 shots per capsule in pistol format.
That's more than enough for a session.
And this is a solid composite stock. It's not a hollow affair. It's very, very strong, very hard. It uses like a bone. It's really well put together, and within minutes you can unscrew that. There is a CO2 capsule inside that handle, and you can just unscrew the handle there, slot that out. CO2 capsule is in there as a spare, and then you can put your stock. You just slide that into the back. We can get a bit better angle on that for you. Just do the little screw nut on there. Just hold that in. Just a few turns on that and tighten it up. Now that's a solid stock now. You see it's quite a long thread on there.
Yeah.
But now it's transformed this little pistol into a carbine rifle. Excellent for around barns or close quarters, pigeons, pest control in close quarters where you would need something short and not overpowerful that you'd be shooting holes through somebody's roof. If you were in a barn or in a tin sheeting shed where maybe a pellet would come through the steel, there's no problem with this. This wouldn't go through steel sheeting, but it's certainly capable of taking out rats and pigeons up to 25 yards.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, especially if you put the longer barrel on again, as you get 9 foot-pounds.
It's got enough knockdown power, I think. Yeah, Kurt?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Right, so we're doing 9-shot group here. A little 177 magazine it comes with. Just cork the gun. Put it in. Get your first pellet in there. Put it on take the safety off. Right. that's it.
You out?
Yep. Remove the magazine. You can decock the gun, take the safety off, hold the bolt back, pull the trigger, let it slide forward, and push your safety on. I mean, yeah, it's a very nice little pistol, very versatile. I like the compact barrel.
Yeah.
I think it's much better without the longer barrel on. I think it looks
Me
better.
too. It's ideal for in them short, small sheds.
Exactly, you got less power, so you
Where you
got
got to swing it around and.
yeah, less power as well, so less ricochet. You know, chance of a ricochet is minimal. You know, it's also quieter, which is, you know, all sorts of little pros and cons to that. Whatever you prefer, really. You know, we got plenty of 11 foot-pound rifles that you know, we can take rabbits with at, you know, 50-60 yards. This isn't the tool for that kind of job, really.
Short range work.
If you're looking for a rifle that's gonna take out a rabbit at 40-50 yards, you need to be looking somewhere else where you got much more consistent power levels. That's one of the issues with CO2.
Cold weather is a
the hot temperatures and the cold temperatures will fluctuate the consistency and power of the rifle dramatically. But generally, as long as you're shooting, you know, not in sub-zero temperatures or freezing temperatures, CO2 is very reliable and it's going to be good enough for 20 to 25 yards shooting rats. Absolutely no problem.
I think if you don't go out in zero temperature, minus temperatures, you're looking for trouble.
Yes, it's going to perish the seal.
I think so.
CO2 is a cold gas, and if you're out in freezing cold weather,
I mean, for a summer gun around the sheds, taking out pests, I think it's ideal.
I mean, well, yeah, you know, it's got a nice little 39x40 Hawk scope on there.
It deserves a place in the shooting, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's ultra lightweight. You can shoot that one-handed.
Yeah.
You know,
it's got its place, I think.
Yeah, I think it's a great little tool, and I think it's a real step up from the original model of this gun, which would be the 2250 Ratcatcher. You know, I think it's a real step forward. It's much better thought out, much better made, and it's actually cheaper.
I think Snow Peak done a better job, didn't they?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they made a good blueprint to work off with the Ratcatcher, but I think this has finalised the design. I think it's everything it should have been, and it's cheaper than a Benjamin Marauder as well. Which is a very similar pistol sort of slash rifle, which is I believe is pre-charged pneumatic, but I think this one takes the cake based on the price and the performance we've had of it today. You know, we haven't really pellet tested it. We've just done a couple of small groups, 20 yards, and just to see what he's like. And yeah, I'm really
I think
impressed.
it'd be all right in the temperatures of around anything of 10 Celsius and above. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
But I think if you start going out in freezing temperatures, like -2 and -3, that's not a good thing to do with it.
No, I wouldn't do that, no.
Other than that, if you was indoors shooting with it in the winter time, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
Above 10 Celsius in most barns, you'd be okay.
Yeah, I think this is a great pistol rifle for anyone looking to start shooting. I think it's great for people who've been shooting for a long time, such as ourselves.
It's a nice break, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's different. It's completely different.
Easy to carry and everything.
It's very versatile, as I've said. It can be made into so many formats, which, you know, whatever you prefer, really, you know. But I like it like this, and I think that's probably the neatest way to use it, I would say.
Yeah.
You're going to get the best out of it, accuracy-wise, with the shoulder stock on. Nice little 39x40 scope. It's a real good little rat buster, I think. I think it'll really do the business, you know.
Yeah.
If you got a small permission, or maybe you got some, you know, vermin all over your house and in your shed, and they're eating things you don't want getting at. This is going to be the one that's going to do the business, and it's going to sort your problem out. Because
I don't want them all over the stuff too.
Well, no, that's it. You know, and there's no vermin worse than a rat.
That's right.
And you wouldn't have a rat running around your house, so don't feel sorry for them.
No.
You know, shoot them with respect.
The germs they carry is terrible.
Yeah. Always shoot your quarry or vermin, whatever you want to call it, with respect, because it's a living animal. But you do not want a rat running around your house, and if you have going in your garden, and this is the tool for the job. I would say it's much more effective than trap. It's much more effective than poison. So, and much more humane as well with a good shot placement.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Definitely one of my favourite little rifles from Artemis. I'm really impressed with it.
I think, to be honest, you know, the only thing that's lacking is just lower mounts.
Yeah, I mean,
there's plenty of room for the magazine. As you can see, there's loads of room under there. The mounts that come with the scope are a little bit on the high side.
Yeah.
I think we can drop them down to 1 inch, possibly half inch on that. And then,
what I find is I'm putting my chin on the cheek piece.
Yeah, I found that one as well.
I've sort of got my chin on the cheek piece, which makes it a little bit more difficult. And because it's so light.
Some pipe lagging on the top of that, you know.
Anything.
It's not a problem.
No.
You know.
I mean, because it's such a lightweight rifle as well, something you'll find shooting it off the knee or off the rest is you'll find your heartbeat.
Yeah.
You can see the scope jumping with it.
Yeah, I did find out with it.
So,
it's a bit, you know, it's not like the ATA Airborne where it's
it's dead weight.
Nearly 10 pounds in weight. It doesn't move, does it?
It's like a tank. No. Yeah. So I would say you know, for something that you're just gonna do a little bit of walking around the farmyard with.
That's fantastic.
Quick shoulder shots.
Yeah.
It's pointable. It's low power. It's, you know, it's a very safe air gun, and it's inexpensive to use. It requires no additional charging equipment apart from a CO2 capsule. Depending on where you're from, they can cost as little as 39p.
If you're new to the sport, never store it with a CO2 capsule inside.
No.
Always degas it.
Yes.
And do it. You can see the window that they've put there now, where you can see the CO2 capsule. You can see is in there, which is a really good idea, especially if you're degassing. Comes out through the side, doesn't freeze your fingers off. So never leave them in there, because it'll ruin all the seals on the gun. The CO2 has got to come out. The day you stop shooting, take it out and throw it in the bin.
Yeah. Never try and save CO2 by keeping it in there, because all it's going to do is damage the seals.
Yeah.
Puts a lot of cold pressure on them, which in turn perishes the seals.
Yeah.
Which means the next time you load a CO2 capsule up, you go up a farm, you think, great, I'm going to go out, the day is nice and sunny. It's going to leak everywhere.
Yeah.
So that is not a problem if you do the correct things of storing the rifle the correct way. That is user error, and simply user error.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as long as you do things the right way, you don't store it cold, and you know, you give it a nice little oil after every use, wipe down some silicone oil or some
It's a great
oil.
Looking thing, and I've done a good job on the stock, haven't I? I mean, look at the camouflage on it.
I mean, yeah, I'm really.
It's
really
almost
impressed.
real tree-like, isn't it? I'm not saying it is.
Yeah, I think they
But
call
it's
it.
very
They call it Pro Tool. Something.
pro something. It is. It is a
Tool.
trademark on there. Yeah.
But it's almost identical to real tree. I'm just gonna say real tree.
Yeah. It
because,
does. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's, you know, another thing I like about the rifle. It's got this little curve
Step
here,
down there,
step
yeah.
down here. It's nice to hold when you're shooting it,
Yeah. You put
because
your
it
thumb in
keeps
there.
it nice and steady. You know.
Yeah.
Keep it down, and you can use that to lower or raise your crosshair a little bit.
See that there, yeah.
You know, it does help.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's actually quite a useful little
Good
feature.
camo.
Yeah, it's great.
It's really solid composite stock,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's, you know, it's like I said earlier, it was like a bone.
Yeah, it's like a
Very hard.
yeah, it's extremely solid. Yeah, you got no worries about this splitting or cracking. You know, my answer to this is you give a monkey something and it can break you.
Yeah, you also
if you
get this in
look
black
after it,
as well, can't you?
Yeah, black. Yeah, it comes in
it's
standard black
cheaper.
synthetic, which is a
Yeah.
little bit cheaper. But I think this one is the one for knocking around the farm with. It's nice. Yeah, but if you're in sheds and it's really rough, you don't want to mark it up, get a black one.
I think these rats won't stand a chance with it, to be honest with you.
Oh, definitely not. It's gonna be the tool for the business, short range, close quarters, in sheds.
I think, to be honest with you, the way he was hitting downrange at 25 yards, I certainly think it's doing at least 500 feet a second.
Yeah.
This is so light. Let's get that stuck in yet. It's easy to shoot.
Yeah, I found that as well. go. That's it. Definitely. So yeah, as you can see, it blends very nicely with Jag Pike English green.
Yeah.
Slightly different colour, but it blends nice, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would definitely say one of my top 10 little rat busters.
Yeah.
Becoming a little favourite of mine, and I think everybody that shoots in sheds should have one. So,
Well worth the money.
Yeah, definitely.
What can you buy for that, really? Just a cheap spring rifle?
Well, exactly. You know, you can get some good little spring rifles, but you don't get the benefits of multi-shot. You don't get, you know, unless you're getting something like a Gamma.
Yeah.
Break barrel isn't exactly ideal. They're good, but they're not really what you want for this kind of work.
No, especially with ratting.
You know, they're too clunky. They're too.
We need to take multi-shots. That's the one to have, isn't it?
Yeah. So.
It's a lovely little thing, isn't it?
Definitely a nice little rifle pistol combo.
Yeah.
Worth looking into.
Yeah.
Especially if you're just getting started in the sport. You know, or you haven't got a lot of funds, and this is one of them guns that isn't going to break the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the whole package, isn't it?
It's the whole package. Yeah, I mean, the only thing you don't get is a scope.
That's it.
So you know,
you don't have to put a hawk like that on. You can put a cheaper scope on.
Yeah, and it even comes with open sights.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, it does.
You don't need to shoot it with a scope on, and you don't need to shoot it with a magazine.
If you're on a budget, you can save up and get a scope.
I mean, you're getting roughly, what, 30-40 shots out of a CO2 capsule?
More than that. It's around about anything from 60 to 70 on a warm day.
That's good, yeah. That's
it's put out about 500 feet a second. It will put out 600 feet a second with a longer barrel.
Yeah.
But I like it as, I think it looks better as the Ultra Carbine. What do you say?
I think it's much neater.
And I do.
I think it's less messing about.
It's easier to swing around, isn't it?
Yeah, you haven't got to take Allen keys and change the barrel, and you don't got to worry about nicking the seals and
no, I know,
and causing a leak in a barrel. So yeah, I mean, I think that's just the most versatile way to use it. It's nice, it's short, it's compact, it's lightweight.
It's light as a feather, isn't it?
I mean, a 5-year-old could shoot it under supervision.
I think so.
You know, not that that's a great idea, but that's
start them young.
It's just an example
Get rid of the rats.
How light this really is, you know. Yeah, I mean,
get rid of the rats on the farm.
A brilliant little pistol rifle combo.
Will we be doing accuracy tests on it in the future, Kurt?
Yeah, definitely. I think if we got a more suitable day with, you know,
off a table.
Unfortunately today we couldn't shoot. We usually do our videos because he has a holiday home there, which he rents out.
So we can't go
in some of the summer months, and
unfortunately
we're on those months where we've had to go to another permission where we haven't exactly got the room to drag out a shooting table, because as you can see, we're up
on a mountain,
on a farm, on a mountain on one of the permissions we have. So yeah, thanks for watching the video, and we'll catch you again on Boss Rat Busters.
Thank you very much.
This is the Artemis CP2.
Brill. Bye bye.